welcome back to Ron's Rides, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where I am shocked, I am bamboozled, I am caught off guard. Actually, hold on, that's pretty cool. The Maserati script here is reflecting off of the sun. Check that out. And it's showing on the pavement here. I was not planning that. That is definitely just awesome. I don't know if the guys here have seen this, but look at that. That's cool. That's perfect way to start off today's video. There's a new model in town and I had no clue about it, guys. I tell you everything I know even before I'm supposed to know it when it comes to Maserati and Alfa Romeo models. This is a Maserati Levante Modena S. An S. I didn't know that there was going to be an S. This has a V8 engine in it as well. So what does that mean? That means this has a V8 engine in this Maserati Levante, which makes it a budget-friendly Trofeo model. Yes, the Trofeo is the top of the line for Maserati, and the Trofeo Levante starts at $153,000, where this Modena S with a V8 engine starts at $115,000. So we're gonna get into this and we're gonna compare this Modena S for 2022 to a 2022 Levante Trofeo as far as the performance specs, because this is something that you can get if you can afford a Trofeo or you can't get your hands on one with the limited model numbers that are being pumped out. So with that said, this is very special, guys, because I did not see this coming. I did not know this was a model, and here we are at Maserati Central Florida, Maserati Orlando, and wow. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe to the channel, it helps grow the channel, and I can get more opportunities to get beautiful cars and very special rare cars like this Maserati Levante Modena S out to you guys as soon as possible. And shout out to Johnny here at Maserati Central Florida out here in Orlando, where he's always hooking me up with these beautiful and rare cars. Let him know if you guys are trying to get a hold of it. Check out his number, everything, contact down below to get a hold of him so you can get these beautiful cars in your garage. So what were you guys expecting under the hood? Well, you got exactly what you probably were thinking. A twin-turbo V8 naturally aspirated engine that we've seen before. We've seen this in the GTS Quattroporte, and we've seen this in the GTS Levante before the Trofeo lineup came along and really did a different kind of look with the engine, with the carbon fibers topper and the red manifolds on the side. So that just took the look to a whole new level. But the performance is almost the same when it comes to this engine compared to the Trofeo engine. So with that said, again, we're gonna go over the complete specs of this engine versus the Trofeo, because this is a budget-friendly version that's not too often performance, and you guys might be surprised. And it doesn't stop there. The Modena S and the Trofeo are both the exact same dimensions. A length of 197.6 inches, a width without the side mirrors at 77.4 inches, a height of 66.9 inches, and a wheelbase of 118.2 inches, with both having the exact same curb weight of 4,784 pounds. Now, the wheels are the only thing that's different, and that's between the stock wheels versus any kind of optional wheels. But stock, the Levante Modena S comes with 265/45 R20 front tires and the rear tires at 29/40 R20s. Now that's for stock. These are 22-inch wheels, which we'll talk about in a moment. Now the Trofeo, the front tires are 265/40 R21s and the rear tires are 295/35 R21s. So here it is, guys. This thing snuck up on us, or it snuck up on me at least. This is what the GTS is in 2022. So instead of it being called the GTS, it's called the Modena S, all right? So we know that we have the different trim levels for the 2022 Maserati lineup, starting with the GT, which is the entry-level model. Then you have the Modena, and then you have the Modena S for the Levante here, and then you have the Trofeo lineup, all right? So this one was just like an iPhone. Like, it did an iPhone, and then it did the iPhone S. It just threw that extra oomph into it to make this thing just an even more upgraded model than it already was for the Modena variant. Now, if you guys notice, there's a lot of black Maseratis I've been filming lately, and there's more on the way. I actually have two more that I need to film to put on the channel for you guys that you haven't seen yet. So there's a lot of black ones, so I don't make the specs, they're just here, but this is a beautiful spec indeed. Nero Rebelle with the Mica paint. Look at it. You guys know what this is all about. Check out that paint. It is incredible. Now, with that said, we do have the 2022 setup for the front emblem, so you guys know that that is new. with the blue and white lineup instead of the chrome, red, and blue that they've had for the previous model years. Now for this Levante Trofeo, well, you're looking at matrix LED headlamps. Yes, the good stuff. We'll get those on so you can see that a little bit later. But yeah, you can see the matrix because you can see the different slots there. So you can tell these are the LED versions and they're the top tier versions. They look incredible. You also see the fog lamp there with the black surround. And then if you go over to the grille area here, you'll see the big trident there with level 2 ADAS, which is why you have all the technology packed into there. And then look at the grille, guys. You can see the feed through, all right, for the slats, which means this is a special model because any other normal Maserati model will have the matte inserts, but this is gonna be feeding that air right into that radiator there, all right, and this is gonna give it extra cooling to help this twin turbo V8 engine. Now with that said, the Trofeo lineup actually has like a matte kind of insert at the top, but the rest of them are feed throughs. This one is just a little piece there to connect the trident, but other than that, this is full on. So it looks awesome. Again, it's a lot more aggressive and you can tell that this actually does something. It's not just there for show. Now, if you go down below, you'll get the Grand Sport front fascia, which means you have the bigger front mouth with the mesh grille and the slats, or the gloss black slats, right there on each side. So again, this front fascia is just so mean. Let's step back and look at it from that angle. Yeah, that thing looks like it's gonna eat you up. This is vicious. Now let's talk about this. We've seen the Modena badge done up in black before, but now we have the S. All right, so the new badging for 2022 has been looking phenomenal, but now adding the S to it lets you know that this is even more special with that twin turbo V8 engine. And you can see the nice big chrome portholes here. This just looks so striking. It's just so commanding on the side of the car. I mean, take a look. I mean, just step back, look at that. It just goes so well. I love the way that this looks, and really, it's just something that is all about branding. You know, you do something just small and special like this instead of hiding the Grand Sport badge at the bottom or anything like that. Put it right up front and center. Let everybody know what it is you're driving and the heritage that this city of Modena will continue to put on for these cars. It's really cool. I love it. Now check out these wheels. Can you guess the size? Just by looking at them, not even looking at the tires, all right? Don't cheat, guys. Can you guess the size of these wheels? Well, they are 22-inch Odeone wheels. The staggered wheels that cost $4,000 for this model are just insane looking. And this is the largest wheel that you can get on any Maserati model. 22 inches, guys. All right, center cap done right up there. And you have the drilled rotors because high performance, Brembo brakes, black calipers with white script. Yes, these wheels are insane. They're aggressive. They look like they can just chop through wood, chop through metal, chop through anything that comes in their way. Now coming along the side here, you do have the side skirts and wheel wells all done in body match. You do have the mirror caps done in black. You have the door handles done in black, which they could be chrome, and the window moldings done in black as well. You do have the big panoramic roof up top, which we'll see from the inside. And then if you come along to the C-pillar, there's something here you guys have seen for 2022, right? That gets special every time I see it. Is that big black trident, guys. I love the way that this thing blends in, but it still just commands so much attention when you do come up on it and you see what it is. So love the trident there for 2022, which is new, to have the big trident, standalone trident there. And then let's go to the rear where you'll see the spoiler and DLO done in black. You'll see the boomerang tails, which we've seen since last year, the 2021 models with the refresh there. The smoked out Levante and the Maserati script here with the new Maserati script for 2022. All right. You'll also go underneath where you'll see the gloss black rear diffuser. All right. And you'll see the dual exhaust tips right here. And then the dual exhaust tips over there. And then you have the honeycomb, mesh grille right here for the exhaust tips. Make them a little bit more breathable, and they're all done in black. So again, this just looks phenomenal, this whole setup. And let me see if I can step back so I can get that full look for you guys in here. Yeah, it's stunning. I love the presence that this has. It's really all around with these kind of options in this setup. Just the perfect SUV, which is probably why they call it the Maserati of SUVs. Obviously, I won't rev the engine, but I do want you guys to hear a cold start of this twin turbo V8 pumping out 550 horsepower. let's talk about performance figures and compare it to the Trofeo. So for this Modena S right here in front of us, you're looking at 550 horsepower, 538 pound-feet of torque, and paired with a 8-speed ZF transmission and all-wheel drive, you're looking at a 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat with a top speed of 181 miles per hour out of this 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8. Now, how close is that to the Trofeo Levante? Well, very close. Now, the max horsepower for the Trofeo Levante is 580 horsepower, so you get 30 more horsepower with that 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8. Now, the maximum torque is the same, 538 pound-feet out of the all-wheel drive system. And with that said, the 0 to 60 for the Trofeo is 3.8 seconds, which is 0.2 seconds faster than this Modena S. And the max speed is 187 miles per hour for that top speed, which is 6 seconds faster than the Modena S. So it's so close. I mean, the horsepower difference doesn't really make much of a difference because for the Trofeo, you get 30 horsepower more, 0.2 seconds faster 0 to 60, and only 6 miles per hour faster in the top speed range. So really, the performance is so close, and the starting price, you know, between the two, just it makes sense to check out the Modena S versus the Levante if you can get your hands on one. So we'll use the key fob that you guys are used to since 2014 for these Maseratis to go inside, and you do have your unlock, your lock, your remote start, and your trunk release there, which we'll check out because plenty of space in the inside here. Now you do have your whole setup for your car, your model car, your spare key and keychain and everything like that. I did do a video on what comes inside the box, what's in the box, you know, my Brad Pitt voice, what's in the box for the 2021 model year. I mean, I can do the same thing for 2022, but it's the same thing. So that's a nice setup that they started doing in 2021. You also have your floor mats here. You have your front plate kit here as well, just in case you live in a state where you need to mount your license plate on the front, and you have some genuine accessories there tied in with some extra info. Now you do have a 60-40 rear split. You do have a center feed through as well for your seating, and then you have this privacy shade right up top here. And then per usual, as always, I showed you guys the whole setup where you just lift this thing up here, you use the red hook, all right, and the practicality just screams because this is just easy to do even with one hand. You have your false floor here that holds extra tools, and then once you remove that false floor, you do have your spare tire, your jack, your tire inflate kit, your tools, and your battery still underneath under the back. So, I mean, again, this is easy access, very practical, just easy to use. Again, one hand holding a camera. I can do anything I need to do and not get flustered in the back of here. They make it so simple. You even have your close and lock for your rear trunk lid, and you can also program this to where it doesn't raise to the sky, and you can actually, you know, not hit anything like a garage or, you know, anything, you know, that would be obstructing your opening. But again, all the good stuff that you're used to for this car and all the good practicality that you're used to. Now let's check out the fuel. What do you guys think for a twin turbo V8 with 550 horsepower? What do you guys think? Combined city and highway. Give it a think right quick. Well, premium fuel only, obviously, and 16, 13, 20. 16 combined city and highway, 13 city and 20 highway. Again, twin turbo V8, you don't get this for fuel economy, but I just want to bring it up. That's it. I'm just going to bring it up, but you guys know now. Now we're going to step inside, but to remind you guys, no soft closed doors as standard for 2022. So you're going to get a door that does that. It does not close on its own. You're going to have to option out soft closed doors. Now for this heavy door, which is nice, is you don't have the hinge preset, so you can open this up to whatever level you would like, just in case someone's parked next to you. Now you do also have the dual pane windows as well. You know, extra sound deadening for this V8. And then if you come inside, it's beautiful. Before we look up and see all that stuff, you see the aluminum side sill with the Maserati aluminum plate, all right? So the illuminated plate there actually lights up, if you guys can tell there. So that's very nice. Now you do have the nice aluminum pedals there as well. And then you do have the aluminum and gloss black seat controls for your seating adjustments. Now let's look inside. Rosso interior. Yeah, you guys already know I like this. Love the Rosso on black combo. Now, again, I always say this. I do love the seating, all right? This ventilated seating, all right, which is heated and cooled, all right? The sport seating, which is nice and bolstering, but very wide and very comfortable. does not have the embroidered headrest. It's embossed. I love the embroidered because the stitching just makes it look that much more premium over the embossed. You know, we have the Neo stitching going throughout. I would love to see that Neo stitching there. It's an $800 option, so I get the cost savings, trust me. But before we actually dive deep inside, you can get a look and a glimpse of what the spec is going to be in the inside by seeing the door paneling. Neo leather up top. All right, your gloss black piano wood on the door trim, your aluminum trim for the door handle, and around the seat memory settings, which you have 2 settings. You also have your Harman Kardon sound system. All right, you have your Nero stitching throughout the Rosso leather all throughout the door paneling here. All right, even aluminum flavors going throughout the handle. All right, your window switches and your little cubby for stowage. So that's going to give you a glimpse of what this interior is going to be about. Then when you step inside, it's all the great stuff you're used to for Maserati. We'll turn on that MIA system so you guys can see the screen there. Let me close the door because it's gonna beep at me. All right, so the MIA system, again, a beautiful layout, a beautiful working system, all the technology you're gonna need in these cars. Don't at me, all right? Anything else that is not on this thing, you don't necessarily need, you just want. This thing just has everything on it. Love it. Something that, you know, I don't go over all the time is the seating options here. All right, not only can you do your heated seats, but you can do your ventilated seating here as well. So that is in seats and wheel. All right, so you can heat your steering wheel, you can ventilate your seats, and you can heat your seats as well. Also, my favorite thing about this is when you go to vehicle, actually, you can do your surround view camera, and you don't necessarily have to be in reverse to see your 360 view in real time. All right, so you can see my tripod sitting there, all right, with the reverse view, full reverse view, full front, and you have your full front with, or not full front, your front with the 360. So I love this setup. I just love this whole infotainment, how responsive it is, how clean it is. The only gripe is that it's not as big as the Ghibli or Quattroporte system at a 10.1 screen with theirs. But other than that, you guys have seen a lot that's in here, so I'm going to go over this briefly because really this was about the engine. This was about comparing it to the Trofeo, and really, I mean, you guys have seen all the best of the best when it comes to these Maserati interiors, and this has all of that, okay? I mean, gloss black piano wood, which I barely want to touch there because I don't want to mess it up. You also do have the traction off-road, ice, sport, and your soft dampers. One thing the Trofeo does have over this is the launch control for Sport Corsa mode or Corsa mode. So I'm pretty sure, I guess I haven't seen the Levante in person to know if it has launch control, but it should have Corsa mode, so I'll say that much. I know Corsa mode does have launch control in the Ghibli. So with that said, once I get my hands on one, I'll be able to tell you for sure. But leather all throughout, Rosso leather, Neo leather, perforated leather on the steering wheel, all your driving assistance controls like highway assist, your cruise control, lane keep assist, your hill descent. You also have your hands-free controls over here, your buttons for your menus for your TFT screen, which just look clear as day, phenomenal. The analog dials there, done in aluminum. All right, I mean, it just looks so good. Now, here's something that you don't normally see in these Levantes unless it's a V8 model. Well, that V8 badge right there, all right, that higher revving RPM, and you see 230 miles per hour on the clock. I know it's not getting that high, all right, we know the top speed is 181, but you see it there, so that's also something pretty cool, just, you know, because it's not your standard run-of-the-mill Maserati. So with that said, everything else you're used to, your controls, all right, for your infotainment, your electric parking brake, your air suspension, all right, your adjustable air suspension, which is always great. I always show that to you guys in detail. Check out my other Levante videos. Stowage, all right, your charging, USB 2.0, aux, and SD there. Your dual zone HVAC, all right, you have the same materials flowing all throughout the car. It just looks so good. Alcantara pillars there, and we should probably open up this big panoramic roof here so you guys can see what that looks like, because yeah, that lets in a lot of light. Look at that thing. It really changes the aesthetic of this car completely. And again, we have the center armrest and everything that you guys are used to here with the 2 cup holders inside. All right, that will give you a little bit of AC in there too with this button that will keep those frappuccinos, cappuccinos, lacatakes, maca all that stuff cold. So yeah, then guys, this is all good stuff. I mean, same lighting controls, same start stop button there. I mean, everything you're used to. Again, what really makes this special between the V8 model and the V6 models for the Modena is obviously what's on the dash here and the V8 logo there. But other than that, you're still getting a lot of the same controls out of this, two-track system for the ZF transmission, to where you go back into drive, you go to the left. For manual, you can use these big column-mounted paddle shifters as well if you want to shift. You have reverse, neutral, and park up top. So, I mean, all the same stuff, all the good stuff. I mean, this spec is top tier. All right, guys, so moment of truth. What are we looking at for our final price for this Modena S that will really compare it to the Levante Trofeo? Well, it already kills it in the starting price. The Trofeo is $153, I believe, starting, to where this is $115 starting retail MSRP. All right, so after you add a couple options, which we have on this car, well, you're looking at a total price of $125,000. So it's still $25,000, even $27,000 less with options than the Trofeo model, but it's only 0.2 seconds slower and 6 miles per hour top speed slower. So again, I mean, you guys choose, all right? Now, your destination is going to give you $1,195, and your preparation and delivery is going to give you $300. The options on this, we talked about one of them, those 22-inch staggered wheels, $4,000. The gloss red brake calipers, $500. The Mica paint, $1,200. And these full natural drill leather seats, $2,500. Now, other than that, everything else you see on this is standard, which I'll show you guys here very slowly. You guys pause, zoom in, do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Whatever you guys need to do to get a hold of this, see exactly what's optioned on here so you know if this is the perfect Levante for you guys, because this is damn near perfect for me. You know, I like white though, so I like Bianco Alpi. But I mean, if you told me I could have this and I could afford it, I would say yes, for sure. So yeah, don't get it twisted. This thing is perfect. You guys let me know though. What do you think? Would you take this over the Trofeo? Now take a look at these full matrix LED headlamps with the fog lamps illuminated as well. You guys can see it. I'll go a little bit lower so we can get everything shining. Yeah, that looks good. You can definitely tell the full matrix LEDs versus the standard lighting. But yeah, look at that. Switch back turn signal, full LED there for amber and the bright white. And then your fog lamps illuminated as well. This is a good looking combo, right? And then on the side, you do have your turn indicator on the mirror cap in amber. And then in the back, those boomerang tails illuminated as well with the turn signal there. Again, I try to do my best so you guys can see all this. Now, I don't have much room on the wall here, but I'll go as far back as I can so you guys can see everything illuminated there. Yeah, looks perfect. So what did you guys think about the Modena S? Would you take this over the Levante Trofeo for 2022 with the big discount on the price? Let me know down in the comments below, because it's very similar and really not too far off from the Trofeo model. I mean, this might be the bargain buck that you're looking for to save, but get that same performance out of a Maserati V8. So with that said, let me know down in the comments below, what are you guys thinking about this one? Now, if you guys enjoyed the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up the rankings. More people can see it, and we'll have a bigger discussion on this 2022 Maserati Levante Modena S, the twin turbo V8 budget Trofeo. Now with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down below. I have a one-time league donation for my PayPal, for my Cash App, and for my Venmo, just in case you guys want to donate a couple extra dollars or to the channel. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you so much, guys. You can also check out the Rise merch. You want some gear like t-shirts, you want hoodies because it's getting colder outside, you want long sleeve shirts, pillows, coffee mugs, you can get all of that too. Make sure you check that out. And I'm on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. See everything I'm posting, Ferrari, Maserati, and Alfa Romeo, that doesn't always make it here to the channel. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. With that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Rise video. Peace.